Well, we're looking at another snow day, although this is the only one that's during work or school. Yesterday was a lot of fun though. Had oh, I did actually complete my run. I got 9.25 in, 9.5 in. It was 9.5 in running, which is stellar for me. Um, it's a really long run, but I felt good. I stopped more because I knew I should than I had to, and I also been on there forever. I'm slow. I'm very slow, but I'm gonna walk into 9.75. So right there at that double digit mark. So next week that'll be my goal is to hit 10. I can have a little bit of leeway to go above that, which is great. Give me some options. It was good though. Like the last week and the week before, I think I felt like I just didn't have it and I had to push through and push through and push through until it felt okay. And then, I mean, like I was done when I was done. And yesterday, I felt like I had juice still left in the tank, and I was running, I think, faster and for longer than the previous couple times. So that part felt good. I don't know why. I don't know why that was so drastically different. You run every single week at the same-ish time. You would expect it to feel kind of the same. It's not like at the trail where there's wind or mud, etc. Sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's wet. They all make a big old difference. Um, I'm having a stomach issue with running, which I haven't had this in I don't know how long. Actually, I think I do know how long. Last time was probably 2016. So that's a currently new issue for me, which I don't really like. But at least yesterday was better than what was it? Friday. On Friday when I ran, I hurt the rest of the night. It hurt even a little bit in the morning after. So I guess my body's just adjusting to it. I don't know. I don't understand why, but that's just what it is. Even though I have a snowstorm that was here, a snow day, I do have a couple meetings today. I got a couple things that I have to get done. So that part's fun. And I'm not looking forward to it because with everyone in the house, not just my two older kids, but all three kids and the girlfriend. It's a lot of people in the house, a lot of distractions, and I do need to get some stuff completed for work. I have got a couple meetings today, one during the day, one more in the early evening part of the day, but it was very hard. It's very hard to keep the distractions out of my office. I'm going to try my best, and I'm sure at least for part of it, I'm going to get some help, but I'm only going to really lean on help during the meeting times because I know it's hard with a 4-year-old running around. And other than during the meeting time, it's not like I have to get stuff done. It's just for me, I have to. I got those goals that I must achieve this year. There's just no other way. And I started off well. Had some stuff left over from 2024 that bled in 2025, which is good. I start off on a better footing than I did, I think, any other year since I've been here. So I'm happy about that. But I got a long way to go. Got a long way to go. Um, and starting the 6th. It's January 6th. Wait, January 5th? January 6th. Oh, we know what happened on January 6th of what, 2021? Is that right? Hopefully no shenanigans this time around, but we'll see by either party. I'm worried about my goals. They're not super ambitious, but still to get where I need to go, I have to change. I have to change. And that is not easy when you're knocking on the door to 47. Change is hard. And it's almost more of a paradigm shift. The change isn't so hard. It's up here that I have to change. I have to just slightly alter. And that's probably harder than the change itself. Been reading books. I'm back on that. And between that and some of the stuff I was listening to, I got some motivation for the early part of January. I'm ready to go. Just need to make sure I keep pushing on through. There is how to read a book. I think it's pretty cool. Very early in on it, it's very small print. I don't know why they have such small print. It's hard for me to read, but I think that's going to end up being a fantastic one. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to report much on it, but I think it's a fantastic read. Ed Milet, I like this one. I got this from Bedris. Ed Milet says, be blissfully dissatisfied. So be happy where you're at, but be dissatisfied also where you're at, because where you could be, that person you could, should, and want to become. I think that's where I'm at. I'm not in a bad place, but I know I can be in a much better place. And I'm frustrated with myself because I could have done this years ago, and I didn't. And I guess I chose easy earlier, and now I have hard. Whereas if I would have just chosen hard earlier, now would be easy. And now I have to choose hard. I don't have a choice. For me, it's really do or die. For me, it's if I don't do this, then I may not be around. For me, 2024 better be a fantastic year, of which I'm going to have to push myself. And I have a business partner, and my partner tells me I need to bring him in on it, but I don't want to. And I don't want to because it's internal goals, right? It's internal goals that I want to know that I can accomplish without his extra help. There are things that he could do, but that's not what I want. I want it to be on me. I want to know that I can do it. Because if I can't do it, then why am I here? That's my big question. Why am I here? I do love helping people. I do love making change. I do love really making a difference. And I think that there's a lot of that we do. But if I can't make a difference, then, or should I say, if I can't, if I'm unable to be the one to make the difference, then why am I spinning my wheels? There are better people for it than if I can't do it. And my brother would be one of them. And he's in a great spot. And I should also get to an equally great spot, but not at his, demise. I don't know, it's not demise, but without his help. It's like he can't do it. He just, I don't want that. I don't want that. And maybe it's ego. Maybe it's me acting like a man, masculine man, ego driven. But I just don't want that. I want the accomplishment of doing it on my own. I want to know that I don't need help to do that. Like I want help to get me higher. But if I can't get here without help, then I don't deserve to be here. I haven't earned here. I need to get here, and I feel like I'm here. So I got to make that leap before I can get to that leap, and then eventually get to that leap, right? Like, as a man, it's something I feel like I have to do. I have to bring it in. I have to prove it to myself. I don't care about anyone else. I'm not worried about proving it to my top dog. I'm not worried about proving it to my brother, even my business partner. I'm not worried about proving it to my partner. I need to prove it to myself, to this guy. And it's all up here, right? Because I can do it. I just haven't been. And I think part of it has been because I haven't needed to. Well, now I need to. And when necessity is the mother of invention, all invention, whatever. So I've got to do it. I'm at that necessity time. It just has to happen. There's no other way around it. It has to happen. And I'm a smart enough guy. I can think about it all I want to. I can come up with a fantastic plan. I do that all the time for other people. But I have to execute on it. And executing on it, that's the hard part. It's like where everyone gets stuck, is on the execution. It's easy to think of what to do. It's easy to say I need to do whatever. It's so much harder to actually go ahead and do it. And that's where I know I'm going to get stuck, because I'm stuck at actually doing it. Yeah, I'm stuck at that point. And I must get past it. And if I don't, then again, why am I here? If I can't prove it to myself that I can do it, then there's no point. There's no point. Because at that point, I'm just a worker bee. Right? I'm not the man. I'm not somebody who brings it in. I'm not a rainmaker then. And why am I here if not a rainmaker? Why am I here to be mediocre? And God, I wish that there were so many of these things that I would have learned 20 years ago, 30 years ago even. I wasn't ready. I would have said, no, I need to do that. I need to do that. That's for salespeople or whatever. And even 10 years ago, which I wasn't really in a great place 10 years ago. It would have fell on deaf ears, because I was right on the precipice of divorce. I didn't know it yet, but I was 10 years ago. 15 years ago, maybe. I wish all this... There's regret when I say this, but I wasted a lot of years. I wasted a lot of years on video games specifically. But it wasn't the video games. It's me being bored with life. I wasted a lot of time being bored and using escapes, instead of actually being me, getting out there and getting stuff done. I hid in video games because it was easy. And I think even whenever I got off of video games, I got divorced. I got in shape. I got out there on my own, which I was a grown up. When I was after divorce, I took care of my bills. I took care of everything I needed to. I am a father, and I took care of that. I still took shortcuts, easy ways out, and somewhat I'm paying for that now. But I wish, looking back, if I could have just started 10 years ago doing what I'm doing, what I started probably 2 years ago, how much further along would I be? And it doesn't matter if I had a job or was an entrepreneur. Like, the growth I've had in the past 2 years has dwarfed probably the 20 years in front of that. And I wish I could have had that mindset 20 years ago, because where would I be now? Where would I be? If I could send that to my earlier self, read the books, do the things, get off of video games, at least do less of them. Don't hide, because it doesn't do me any good. I didn't, and that's why I don't play video games now. If people ask me that, why don't you play video games, And I'll tell them because I played a bunch of them before, and I just feel like I wasted so much time. And I know I've got an addictive personality. Like, I get on video games, and I want to play more video games and more and more. Like, I had that happen somewhat recently. I was showing Skyrim to my oldest, and they were playing it, and I got a little excited about it. So I started playing it a little bit, and within a couple of days, I'd be like, I got to shut this down. I got to shut it down. So it's not good for me. I got that addictive personality, which is great in some instances, but boy, not when it comes to video games, because that's all I want to do. I used to want to be a video game coder or work in the video game industry. Not that the ship has sailed, but pretty much it has, especially with knowing what I know about myself now. I can't put myself in that position. Get sucked in, and that's it. But today is a snow day. Today is a work day. Let's go get it.